Well, today was Bike to Work Day. For the first time in Takoma Park, we're having an official pit stop. People can come and convoy, meet with other riders and convoy to work. We had over 100 people that signed up, which was really great. And everybody who signed up got a free t-shirt. So we were giving out the t-shirts, and so we got some snacks and drinks. They actually organized 3 pit stops within Takoma Park. So there was the one here at the gazebo, one at New Hampshire Avenue in Sligo Creek, and one at the Crossroads Shopping Center.
It was cool to have the opportunity today to come and be a part of the Takoma Park Bike to Work Day. I've been doing it downtown for a lot of years, both as a rider and then promoting the League of American Bicyclists, but having the opportunity to come and do a station this year in Takoma Park is totally awesome. There are a lot of bike commuters. We've also started a Facebook group for Takoma Park bike commuters, so anybody seeing this, if you're a bike commuter and want to be part of that group, we discuss routes in, and people post interesting stories about bicycling and just helping build a community of bike commuters. Every so often we'll have a happy hour or something based out of that group. They just know the other people that are riding from Takoma Park. The League of American Bicyclists first started in 1880 and helped get the roads paved before they were even cars, so we literally paved the road for cars. And in the recent history, we are now the national membership and advocacy organization for cyclists. We work on Capitol Hill to make sure that there's a pot of money available for communities to spend on bicycling and pedestrian projects. That's been part of the transportation bill for about 20 years, working hard to preserve that now. One of our big programs is Bicycle Friendly America, and we have communities, businesses, colleges and universities all applying for recognition as bicycle friendly, and we give awards from platinum on down to bronze, and everybody that applies, we give them extensive written feedback to tell them where they need to improve, whether it is better laws to protect cyclists, better facilities for cyclists, better programs to educate cyclists and motorists. Whatever it is, we give them feedback to help them take the next step and become even more bicycle friendly. Well, we're the national sponsor of Bike Month and Bike to Work Day. Washington Area Bicyclists Association, which is the local advocacy group, has been organizing Bike to Work Day in the DC area. So the pit stops and things are all planned by WABA, the Washington Area Bicyclists Association. I have been biking to work probably for more than 15 years in the DC area. Since I've lived in Takoma Park, I usually in decent weather ride 3 or 4 days a week. There are a number of different routes that you can take downtown. There's a lot of routes that have bike lanes on them now that make it easy to get downtown and feel like you're in your own space. There are more and more cyclists in DC over the time that I've been riding, and more facilities and definitely more community, and you can find cyclists in your workplace, in your community, to help you ride down and pick a route that's right for you and just help you feel at home on the road.
We specialize in electric bikes for commuting, cargo bike, as well as e-bikes. We are a Raleigh Diamondback dealer and a full-service shop. Today we're just here to be part of the Bike to Work Day, and we brought some tools with us, and we'll do simple repairs for people if they need brake adjustments or anything of that nature. Or if somebody has a question about their bicycle, we're able to answer them. That's what we're doing here today. To commute to work, we suggest you have a rack, panniers, any bike will do, nice sized tires, Kevlar tires, for rain, fenders on your bike, and good clothes, and you can bike all year round.
You want to start off kind of slow and easy. You don't want to immediately start off commuting 10 miles each way to work. If you're not an avid bike rider, that can be a little too much physically. It's too much work, and you get discouraged, and then you don't do it again. So you got to kind of work into it slowly. What a lot of people do is they'll, like on a weekend when there's not so much traffic, they'll test out a route to work, and then other people will try to do a kind of a partial commute. They may drive part of the way and then ride their bike, or they may combine it with the Metro bus, put their bike on the Metro bus bike rack for part of the trip.
I've been biking to work about 4 or 5 years, I guess 6 years, and I usually bike about 3 times a week. I started because I needed a little more exercise and I was not getting it. Talked to some friends and they said, no, just bike to work, you know, it takes you the same amount of time as the metro, bus and metro. So I tried it a few times, and sure enough, it's the same 40 minutes as it would take me if I took the bus or metro. So it was like a no-brainer. Same amount of time. I have a shower at my work, so it's real easy for me to change there. It is a little addictive.
I've been biking to work for the last 6 years. I lived in DC. Not living close to a metro, it's the fastest way to get there. I really enjoy the bike to work day. I feel like it's kind of a celebration of people that take on the traffic. It's nice to meet your fellow bikers because sometimes it's a little hard to wave and say hello, and it's nice to see some of the friendly faces you see on the road in the morning.
I've been doing this now for, well, I think since 2008. Biking to Crystal City. I bike to work once or twice a week. When I do it, I usually go through Rock Creek Park, across the Memorial Bridge to Mount Vernon Trail. And it's the scenic and the quiet, peaceful route. I just love biking. I love the feeling. I love the freedom. I love the peace and quiet. I love being in Rock Creek Park. And I love seeing the wildlife, blue herons and chipmunks and birds. I just happen to love wildlife. That's why I take the trails, because I don't like being in the traffic. And when I get to work, I am just so revved up, and I find that my focus is much improved, and I just have a much better day at work when I bike in.
It's the best way to get around. There's absolutely no stress when you're biking. You don't have to worry about, you go your own pace. You're not affected by traffic. It's much more pleasing, less stress. We bike as often as we go. We've been going to the Bike to Work Day thing for over 10 years. And it's nice having one here in Takoma. I run my own landscaping business. I like to bike to jobs when I can. I have an extra cycle which can carry some tools, but I didn't bring it today.
Bike to Work Day is great. It's one of the first things I learned about when I moved to Montgomery County 4 years ago, and I've been doing it every year. I love it, always look forward to it. I lived half a mile from where I worked when I moved to Maryland, and so it just made sense. And now I live 9 miles from where I work, and I keep doing it because it's a great way to exercise. It's more fun than sitting in traffic. It's always really fun. It wakes you up, you feel refreshed. It's a good way to sort of start off your morning, I think. I would definitely recommend biking to work for other people. I think it's a great way to sort of beat the traffic. It's horrendous in DC, and there's so many new bike lanes getting put in. That's a great way, I think, to invite more people to bike to work.
This is my first time trying to bike downtown. I work at Foggy Bottom, so I'm being brave, and it's great. It's fun. I get to go with my friends and have all sorts of toys on the way down, so I'm very excited. Just got my bike out and fixed it up yesterday, and took a few practice rides around to make sure I'm okay, but we'll see. It'll be fun.
I think this was a great event. I appreciate it every year. It gets people outside and biking that may not bike every day. I just think that the stop here in Takoma Park is great, and I'm appreciative to all the volunteers who came out to make it happen. I used to be a big bicyclist, and I feel guilty for not getting out more often.
It's Bike to Work Day, but we are biking to our activities. I homeschool and have several children in the younger range, and so we're all biking today, and we also have a large bike that can hold all the kids, so we can commute with 3 children on the back of our bike. We bike on the trails, so we use the trail system around Washington, and we go downtown or we go to the PG pool, and we just go around Takoma Park and the co-op and everything that's right here in the vicinity. So we use it as much as we can, as long as it's not too far. We can go about 7 miles out and 7 miles back with the kids. That's about it. We actually traded our minivan in for our bike.
You get some exercise, which I need, but I work at home, so I'm going to have to start an exercise of leave my house, ride a couple miles around the block, and then come back to work. And that's my bike to work.